One area where I see couples make a lot of mistakes is with something called the affidavit of support. And if you make mistakes on the affidavit of support, it can have huge impacts on your eligibility and ability to receive an approval on your green card case. Hi, I'm attorney Megan Pastrana of Immigration for Couples, and I invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel as I'm doing an entire series on the mistakes that you should avoid in your immigration journey. The affidavit of support is a required component of any green card application. It's where the U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident petitioner is having to provide his or her income and assets to show that he or she has enough to support their future fiance or spouse. So the affidavit of support is a place where I see couples make a lot of mistakes. Some of the most common ones are miscalculating the household size, not understanding how immigration determines current annual income, failing to provide the appropriate financial documents, maybe missed W-2s or tax transcripts aren't included, identifying a joint sponsor who doesn't actually qualify. And another mistake I see is with the asset piece. So individuals who maybe they don't make enough through work, they're wanting to use assets, but they don't understand how immigration calculates those assets and doesn't provide the right documents or total. So I know that the affidavit of support is overwhelming, but the consequences can be severe if you do not comply with the affidavit of support. So some of the things that can happen is if you make one of these mistakes or you don't provide the right documents, you'll find yourself in a paperwork ping pong, as I call it, a back and forth with immigration of requests for evidence and documents submitted and just additional confusion. Immigration will only give you so many chances to be in compliance with their requirements. And in worst case scenarios, I have seen individuals come to me where they have received a denial on their case, which can put you in removal or deportation proceedings or make you start over from the very beginning. So you don't want to be in this position. And it's really important to understand the affidavit of support requirements. I have tons of free resources on my website, immigrationforcouples.com, and I have other videos on this YouTube channel that you can check out to better understand the affidavit of support. What are the requirements to ensure that you are providing the right documents, you're calculating assets properly to ensure that you can receive an approval on your green card case. Thanks for watching.